I'm James Dalgleish. I'm from Provo, Utah, and I'm also a Canadian citizen. I have family up in Toronto. From a very young age, they noticed there were certain developmental differences. I had a speech delay. There were some other small things they noticed. And in school, I needed additional help and additional kind of accommodations and things to kind of not, I still had to learn math. I still had to learn everything else. It's just kind of the way I did it had to be a little bit different. In grade school, in middle school, I had counselors all the way up who helped me. So personally, as funny as it sounds, I do enjoy doing, if I wasn't paid to do research, I would enjoy doing it anyway. So I've really liked what I do, but beyond that, I guess like a lot of physician scientists probably have some disease in their family that they've felt passionate about fighting. I'm no different. So it's actually really interesting. So my father died when I was 1.5. He was actually a grad student over at the Talmadge building, just kind of over that way. But he contracted leukemia, I think in fall of '84, and then within, by the time July rolled around, it totally incapacitated him, and within the next year, that was it. It's actually a very rare disease. It's become kind of the paradigm for precision medicine. The fact that I can read literature, that I can understand things, and that I can come up with studies to maybe make a difference in other cancers, other diseases in the same way is powerful. I feel like maybe I can give some other child the childhood I never had. So what inspires me about molecular biology? If you think about it, medicine and science, a lot of the really big discoveries that actually we're making real progress in are in molecular biology. The mechanics of life is based on molecular biology. If you really want to understand why things happen, this is the field for you. The advice I would give to a freshman looking at molecular biology, don't get discouraged if you don't do well in your first few classes, maybe they're your first 3, or if you don't like your first few classes. You may find that some of what you really enjoy you won't get to until you kind of pass through the first few classes. So that's what I would say. Don't give up. Did I ever believe I could get to where I was today? No, not at all. Like the entire time I never thought I'd get into BYU. I never thought that was a possibility. I had to apply 3 times. I never thought that would occur. I never thought I'd graduate from BYU. I definitely didn't think I'd get into med school. I was just throwing that out as something I thought I'd like to try. But, and yeah, I didn't think I'd be sitting here doing this. So, not at all. But by persisting, it's paid off. It doesn't pay off for everybody, but I've been blessed that it did. So about where I'm going, basically Dr. Jonathan Alder, I've been working with, and we collaborate actually. He's working on a project in collaboration with Carol Greider, who discovered telomerase. Discovery is the reason to go into science. It's an exhilarating feeling. It's a wonderful chance to you learn something that nobody else in the world knows. It's an interesting feeling, and being in the major kind of facilitates that. You get into research where you can learn stuff that nobody else knows. So what I've discovered about myself, I feel that, 1, I can do a lot of things I didn't think I ever could. And a lot of people told me I couldn't. I remember several people telling me I'd never get into BYU, and never thinking I'd kind of be where I am in med school, going there. But in addition, I felt that I've learned how to adapt. I've learned that I'm not infallible. I can make mistakes, and I can learn from them. Okay, I'm going to be honest. A number of years ago, I was thinking molecular biology, no way. But you find that as you go through and you are willing to try different things, you're able to get into areas you never thought would be interesting, and you find out they're way more interesting than you ever thought they were. And so keep your mind open. That's what I think, and keep on trying. I think I had to go through, I think, 3 years of having to try and to get in medical school, so I think it's not as easy as it sounds. But if you keep on trying, it works, or it can. But certainly you'll fail if you don't try anything at all.